Hi, we're Spencer Pirates. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Charlie.
And I posted on our Instagram story an option for you to submit some questions to us. Any question at all. So we're going to go ahead and make a video about all the questions that we got, and we're here to answer them.
I really don't want to answer that because I don't know. Definitely a lot more than I really ever want to look up because, you know, we've bought a lot of boxes here and there. We've definitely bought some stuff at more than MSRP than we should have. Let's just say the collection's worth a lot.
I think I put it in the collector app, and I think the collection, just the master sets, wasn't it like $12,000 worth?
Worth a lot.
Have we broken even? I would probably say not.
I mean,
even with the manga poll, I don't think like
as cards fluctuate, right? Like,
yeah.
So we've pulled 2 of that like SP Nami from 09, which is all of a sudden insanely valuable, right? So it's one of those things where kind of, you know, you never know. Collection's worth a lot, so we'll go with that.
Yeah. We do keep some sealed stuff. We do have 1 pack from every set up through 9, including EBO1 and PRB.
Brittany also has a sealed OPO1 pack from her first ever tournament win.
Yes, I do. He's grabbing. This was like the first sealed pack that I kept. Actually, let me open it. The very first ever sealed pack that I got. I have not opened it because this was the first ever win I got. I have a little note on the back with what it says, what it was from. I have no idea what's in this. It could be a good card. And we have 1 pack from every set.
So the ones that I know for a fact are dead packs. We don't know if 1 is. Don't know if 2 is. Don't know about 3. I think 4 is. I know 5 is. I know 6 is. And then I think 7, 8, 9. We don't know about EB or I think so. Pretty confident we opened up a box of PRB, so they're like dead packs as well. So point is, we have a sealed pack, definitely not a sealed box.
There's this website that is called One Piece Top Decks, and that's going to be a site where a lot of different shops, both in the East and Western format, where you can go in and see what decks are winning, and then it also will show you like the deck build. We do have that linked in the bio, but it's just like the official card game website. If you type in like One Piece Top Decks on Google, it'll show up, but that's where I get most of my decks. You can also look on YouTube. There's a lot of decks on YouTube. People will like show you the deck and then some gameplay.
I would say the strategy we use when we're collecting cards, right? We definitely open a lot of product when we can get a hold of it, but we try not to pay the exorbitant prices. Then we go to card shows. We trade with our fellow players. Sometimes people post in some of our groups and say, hey, got this for trade. Or hey, they'll message me directly and say, hey, I know you were interested in this card. That's how I got some of my Yamatos. But that's usually kind of how we go about getting the ones we're collecting or looking for the most.
It's kind of rewarding to be able to say that most of our collection was either traded for or we found in the wild. We'll go to local card shops that either like sell singles or sell product, and we'll buy the singles from there. 9 times out of 10, like any of the cards that we need, especially the expensive ones, we have traded for locally or like bought locally at like a local card shop, or we've gone to like Collect-A-Con, or in our area we have like 2 big card shows that happen like super north and super south of us. I think they like alternate months, so like every month we just like go to those card shows. We end up just buying stuff from them. So that's kind of like our strategy for collecting. Like we'll kind of like when there's a new set that comes out, we'll open up more product than we probably should. That's kind of our strategy. I hope that answers your question. We were kind of debating if that's exactly what you meant. So like let us know in the comments if we got it wrong.
We were into the anime, the manga, you name it. And one day we were like, man, those cards are pretty. And I started wanting to collect the cards. So I was like, oh man, those are so pretty. You know, maybe we'll look into that. And then I started getting the cards that I wanted, right? Just the cards that were pretty, the ones I was looking forward to. And then one day Brittany said, hey, you need to learn how to play this game before you buy any more cards.
Because I was being a typical wife, and I was like, I don't want you spending all that money on stuff that like, if you're not going to do anything with it, which, because I never knew much about like like collecting stuff. I've never been a collector of anything. So I know that there's a lot of people who like collect it. Now I've gotten myself into it. And
Right. And the thing that keeps our excitement level high is honestly just spending the time playing and collecting with a lot of the friends we've made along the way. I know that sounds lame. The friends we've made along the way. That's the One Piece. We've really enjoyed the people we've met through it. Shout out to our crew, and we have a lot of fun with it.
yeah, I think the people that we've met is pretty awesome. I think for me, like every time there's a new set, it's exciting because it's something new, something different, and then like new play styles come out.
Cards get banned.
New cards get banned.
Sakazuki, rip.
But yeah, that's kind of, we kind of saw it. We love the show. Like I said, I don't remember where we physically saw them first. I think we went to our local card shop.
I think we went there. They
And
had
we saw
this
some.
was in the very beginning. Well, not very beginning. I think it was right before OPO 4 released. So 1, 2, and 3.
Was it
had been out.
before OPO?
It was before 4 because it was before I bought that box. We bought 1, 2, and 3 starter decks. So the Straw Hat Pirates, the 7 Warlords, and the Worst Generation one. And then we kind of just messed around with those, got some sleeves, and then kind of went from there.
And I swore to myself that I would never waste my money on expensive sleeves like the Dragon Shield sleeves. And I just got like $7 cheap sleeves.
And that she was going to shuffle her deck with a deck of cards.
I know. I specifically started buying my own One Piece cards because I wanted to shuffle them like. And now I'm like, well, I can't do that because I like my cards too much. It's been nuts. I remember we took off like that week during Thanksgiving. We both took off that week of work. And then we decided to finally learn to play the game.
Right.
We had the starter deck mats out, and I think I was playing like the Black
just the
Luffy.
paper ones that come with it, yeah.
And like we were learning, and we were watching a video on YouTube of someone just playing the match normally.
Yeah, we watched it like 4 times.
And we were like,
doing it right.
the f*** is going on?
Original green Odin from OPO 1 that I built with just Land of Wano cards. I threw just a bunch of Land of Wano cards in there.
His deck was actually really good.
But the deck synergized because they were all Land of Wano.
I remember going to like watch people play once, and then we were bullied into actually playing.
We weren't going to play.
No.
We were just going to watch, and then we were strong-armed. And I think you and I got
Second and last.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
win.
right.
Well, because like I didn't even know what the decks did. Like I'm sitting there playing my Black Luffy, and then
that starter deck from Starter Deck 8.
yeah,
was it?
and I just put a bunch of black cards that I liked, like of characters I liked. It didn't
No
even
synergy.
synergize. No, not. And the guy that I was playing, he was playing Katakuri, and he like would look at my life, and I'm like, am I allowed to look at my? Can I look at your life? And then I realized that there's different effects for all the cards.
It was also really funny because I remember like because my deck was so like out of left field, I almost won a match against a Katakuri player because it was just like my deck was so weird, but it was like one that people didn't see very often, so it kind of threw people off guard. Are you gonna show it off or?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm gonna put this here so that I have both my hands. Charlie's getting something. I don't know what he's doing. The people want Lucci, Charlie.
No one wants Lucci.
Everyone wants Lucci. These are my decks. I love the color.
Okay. We play a lot. My main deck right now that I love to play is my Red Green Odin deck. I love that deck. It is so much fun. I've kind of taken a break from it for just a little bit because, oh my God, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I thought I moved it.
Is there 2 pages of questions?
No. Yes.
Red Green Odin is definitely my favorite deck. He's so much fun. I've kind of taken a break from him just because, I don't know, I did really well a few times in a row, like 3 times in a row. I got like second, first, and second again. The last few times I've done absolutely awful, like
He's
0
been
and 3,
cheeks.
1 and 3, 2 and 2, those kinds of things. So it's still fun, it's still good, but I don't want to get burnt out on it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of switching it up. I played Carrot. I do have an Enel deck that I used to play. I put him on hold because I won like 2 tournaments in a row, and I was like, okay, this needs a break. It's very pretty.
I'm too good. I need some.
Yeah, no. It's very pretty. It's like ulted out almost. I need like one more Katakuri.
He was getting harassed for playing it.
Every yellow player gets harassed for playing yellow, but I mixed it up, and it's been more fun to not rely on triggers.
I have mine here.
Oh, I forgot to take your glasses.
I started with Sakazuki. Realized I like this playstyle of black because Sakazuki was mostly black. I really like that control. I have never played TCG games before, so I didn't really know much about like what control, aggro, what all that stuff was. So I just liked how Sakazuki played, and he was very good, and I needed all the help I could get. That was like basically all I played, and then like OPO6 came out, and then Sakazuki got Gecko, and he was really good, but I was starting to like just do really poorly because I think I was getting burnt out on him and I needed a little bit of a change, and I really wanted to play the Reiju. So that's why I started playing. And I love Reiju so much. So like I would say that like if I were to main decks, it is well, once OPO7 came out, I started playing Lucci because that was as close to Sakazuki as we were gonna get. So I main Lucci and Reiju. I really like Peanut Butter Purple Black Luffy from OP09. The leader is so pretty, and I love that deck, but it's such a glass cannon. It's so inconsistent. I can't seem to find a build I love, but I like the playstyle and it's fun. So that's more of like a fun thing that I do. I played that in Kansas.
Peanut Butter Luffy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were in Kansas for a family thing. And we went to a tournament, and I don't think I did very well. I think I went 2-2 with Odin.
That's still good for Odin.
It was fun. Yeah. Good for Odin is not good for me. I like to be good. When I beat all the meta decks that one time we played at that was tournament, pretty awesome. The only deck I lost to was Nami, but Nami's really good.
Oh, that was that.
Yes. I really wanted to play the Nami because I actually had never played in the Nami with Odin, and I just wasn't aggressive enough because I just didn't see my aggression. But that night I beat a Blackbeard, I beat a Lucci, and I beat a Boa with the Dofi engine. It was a good night other than the loss to the Nami.
I really wanted to play RP Law like after I realized Sokka was getting banned. And to be fair, I was heartbroken after Sokka was banned because I spent all this money and all this time and energy. I literally was like on the computer like researching. I was watching YouTube videos on how to play this stupid deck, and I ulted it out. It was super expensive, and then it was banned, and I was like, my life, I hate my life so much. It was awful. I was like, oh, I want to play RP Law, but I was having a hard time getting a hold of the Gordons. I was having a hard time getting a hold of the promo Laws that I really wanted, the ones that looked like his figure. And then there was like rumors that he would be the next leader banned, and so like there was something deep down inside of me that was like, you probably shouldn't play it as much as you love Law, because Law is my favorite. And then he got banned, and so I was like, I'm really glad I did not play Law. What else have you played? You played. So
I've built lots of decks. Carrot. I built Foxy as a fun kind of meme destroyer. Yamato, obviously one of my favorite characters. I'm trying to find a build that I really like with it. It's a fun deck to play. It's not as much my play style, so I'm fiddling with it. I haven't found a deck build I really like for it. Mm-hmm. I built a Zuro deck just because it's super aggressive.
Yeah, and you completely myrtleized us that night.
That one night. And then I also have Iceberg. He's one of my favorites. I'm just rebuilt him. Shout out to Willow. So I can't wait to play again at locals.
Hi, Brazil.
Hello to those in Brazil. It's taken some getting used to. One of our first lives we ever did, we had someone from France, someone from like Australia.
Yeah.
And I didn't think, of course, the power of the internet has really brought a lot of people together. And that is one thing to be celebrated, but it is definitely something we've had to get used to because I didn't think we would be that popular. It's cool nonetheless.
You're gonna be popular.
I think it's interesting. It's kind of scary and it's makes me nervous, but if you guys like it, you guys like it. If you don't, that's cool too, I guess.
I guess the worst case scenario is you leave mean comments.
Yeah. And then we get those and it's fine.
We get that.
Yes.
Yes.
We do.
Yes. I'm missing 2 volumes of One Piece. I'm missing 55 and 68, I think. I literally just got 108 today. It just came out here. I have an entire set of the gold foils, volume 1 through 23. It was a process to get those.
It's a big deal.
It was a big deal.
We have a post about that on our on our Instagram. Yes, we've been watching the anime. I think it was like right around when we were starting to get married. We started watching it. Yeah, we started watching it. I watched it up through like Skype. Was it like before Skypea? And then like I kind of took a break. Like I was like, ugh, this is like a lot. And then Charley kept watching.
Yeah, I think I watched all the way up through.
It was at least
basically to Paramount War. Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't finish?
I didn't do the time skip. I waited for you.
Yeah, so he stopped.
I think I stopped right after, like either in the middle or right after Fishman Island.
Maybe,
because I think we started Punk Hazard together.
Yes, you are correct.
Because that was about where I stopped. I watched One Piece when the original dub came out with all of the censorship and like how fun that was.
Hey, lover girl who treats me like dirt. Hey, gorgeous. Then try backing it up, sword boy.
And that stopped around Skypiea, and I stopped watching for years, like literally a long time, and then started watching it with you.
Yeah, because like I hated anime when we met, and then I went and watched the Broly movie with him. I was going to take a nap during the Broly movie because I was in my master's, but I didn't want him to go by himself. So I drove down to see him, went to the movies, and then I was like, kind of have a crush on this Vegeta guy. And so I borrowed...
That is a good one to have a crush on.
I borrowed Dragon Ball Z, watched all of it, and I was like, no more. And then I watched Hero, and I was like, no more. And then I watched Sword Art. No more. And then I watched Naruto, and I was like, okay, fine. I can be Queen Weeb. I'm fine with that. She gave into it. I finished Naruto, and I was like, Charlie, what am I supposed to do now? And he's like, if you want something to binge, watch One Piece. And I was like, okay. So we started it. I took a little bit of a break.
Because you'll never catch up.
I know. We kind of like, I watched it, and then I watched something terrible happen, and I was like, oh, no. And then I caught up with him, and then we finished it. We caught up to what was out in the show right before the most recent really, really big transformation. I'm sure most of you know what that is, but just in case, I'm not going to say.
Yeah, no spoilers.
So we've been watching it week to week for, I think, almost 2 years now, or a year or two now.
Something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah, been doing that. And then we recently were like, we keep saying too many spoilers. We read ahead and we caught up.
We need to
in the manga,
start reading again.
But we're not caught up right now, so we need to.
Keep seeing spoilers.
I know.
I have it right here.
That is not the most fun deck.
It's so fun.
I know, but you get cranky when you play it.
Only because my deck doesn't deck sometimes,
I know, that's why I get mad at Reiju sometimes.
Boo. Iceberg, he's so much fun.
He likes playing Iceberg.
If people think Iceberg is dumb or not good, it's because they've never truly played it. It is so much fun. Being able to cheat out a 5 cost every turn, gotta see your stage. So much fun. I love that deck. I like Red Green Odin. Obviously, is like my favorite deck that I play competitively. But Iceberg
competitively.
But it's a lot of fun. I love Iceberg.
I think my favorite deck to play is Reiju when it decks. Like when the deck decks, when I get my stage and stuff like that.
When an opponent doesn't have a trigger.
Oh my god. Should I tell them about that?
Tell them about that.
Okay, so my Reiju, which the exact deck build that I have right now that I got second place with, is posted on our Instagram. I made it to the championship. Finally. Reiju is usually like a 2-2 type deck. Like I kind of place towards the middle, but I finally made it to championship. I was playing a Shanks. My dumbass couldn't remember that stupid Red Hawk from OP01 has the minus 10k trigger on it. I had like 3 attacks on my board. I had my leader. I attacked. He had to have been super bricked because he kept taking his life.
He was cooked.
Oh, he was cooked.
It was the only one possible way to survive.
Was this trigger. I attacked like once or twice with my characters, with my leader. And then I had my Vinsmoke Judge left with no Dawn, and that was gonna go lethal. And he told me it would have gone lethal, but then his last life was a Red Hawk trigger, so it basically was like a Veggie or like
minus 10k.
Minus 10k to Judge. So I didn't have my last lethal attack, and then that was my only chance to win because my next turn I was gonna lose because he had like Manga Rayleigh and
a board ready to go.
Yeah. And so I was like, everyone was rooting for Reiju to win.
Oh yeah, you should have. God, you should have had it.
And so I looked him in the face. I was just like, I'm so mad at you right now, and he just laughs it off. But
to be fair, he beat me one time. It wasn't for the championship. I think it was like one of the first or second round. I was playing Iceberg against his category, and I would have won. I had a 9-drop Kaido ready to attack. Last trigger was a Veggie, of course. But he knew it was there because he put it there.
I don't like relying on luck like that. I know it's an RNG game, but
such is life. What's your favorite card? I know what mine is. I just have to grab it.
Go grab it while I think. Okay, we just had to go on a card hunt because we want to show you in person.
Right. I had a card I was hunting for a really long time when we first started playing, and I found it on the last day of Collecticon, barely hidden. I kind of have two, and yes, they're both Yamato cards. The first one is the OP01 Alt Art Secret Rare. This card is just gorgeous. I love it. My card sleeves for my Dawn, my playmat is that card, and then my tied favorite is the PRB Yamato.
You can't have a tied favorite.
Well, I do.
You have
this
to
card
choose.
is absolutely gorgeous. Like I have two of it, thank God. I was able to get two before they shot up in price.
You have to pick one.
But they're both just gorgeous.
You
And
have
no,
to
I'm not
pick one.
picking one. So your turn.
He has to pick one.
I'm not picking one.
Make him pick
I'm not
one.
picking one.
Second favorite card. For a long time, this one was my favorite. This Alt Art Sabo. I actually like this more than the manga. The manga's dope. Love the manga. This card's just so pretty. I love the colors. I love the art, the character Sabo. I also love how good this card is. It's an amazing card. It's it's a 6K blocker. On play, you cycle, and you can't KO anything for that turn and the opponent's next turn. So not only is the art really pretty, the card itself is really, really good. And honestly, I think my first favorite based off of the art, I really like this card. This is a alt art. I don't think it's in English yet, but this is the OP07 rare law. It's came in some kind of promo pack because I posted a video about it.
Yeah.
Clip here, not kidding. But yeah, it came in some kind of pack.
It's really pretty.
I bought it, and it came with it's like a 3 captains pack. So it had like a kid,
a Luffy,
and then a Luffy.
Yeah.
This is just so pretty. I saw this on Instagram, and I was like, I have to have it.
Gotta buy.
I think my favorite card based off of looks is that one because I love law.
It's good. Here's Brittany, you go. Because I'm going to say Red Green Odin.
I think he's a little underrated. You can't sleep on Red Green
Especially
Odin.
with EBO2 coming out and even the starter deck. He gets scary.
I think Anel is overrated. So I know the question's underrated, but
He gets that new NL in EBO2.
I think Reiju's underrated. I really do. She can be extremely strong. She's just missing a little bit of something. And there's support coming for her in LP11.
She'll get some more.
She will be queen. She will be queen.
We kind of answered that earlier. Well, sort of, but no comment. Just over a year. We started, literally our first tournament was the day before OP05 started. So we started in the middle of OP04, kind of, with our crappy stuff.
Personal playing against each
Yeah,
other.
where we just played against each other and we were too scared to ever think we'd play in person with other people. But like I said, our first tournament was the day before OP05 came out.
And we've been playing pretty consistently. Like for a long time, we were going every week. And
Sometimes 2 times a week, every week. But
yeah. They have posted in comments and questions on social media that they are looking to release OP08 through 10
with EB.
with EB, I think with EB,
PRB?
end of March, not PRB, I don't think.
It's too big.
Yeah, at the end of March. So they're hoping for around maybe a little after the OP10 release. They're working on it.
You bet your booty if we see them, we'll be getting them. So
Oh yeah. Go follow them.
follow them. Use our code.
Use our
I'm
code.
pointing right here. Brittany's going to put our code right here.
Just keep an eye on that. We'll keep posting updates as we see them.
First of all, let me say I'm sorry because that's rough, buddy.
My first girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy.
It's tough, right? Because some of the decks just don't end up getting the support. So Garp, I built Garp a while back. I played him for Halloween, dressed up as him for Halloween. Got second that night, and he's good, but red black just doesn't.
He is a black navy.
So red black doesn't synergize very well. Sometimes the leaders just don't really end up. I don't want to say playable because every leader is playable, right? You play whichever leader you want.
Is the promo law playable?
Promo Law is playable if you want to make him playable. He's just not going to win much. It's the same with Promo Sakazuki, isn't that right, Brittany? Play the leader that makes you happy. If you're trying to master set, EBO2 is going to be a better choice just because you're going to get a lot of duplicates. Because like she said, it's an extra booster.
So I think there's fewer cards. Yeah.
It comes with a lot less cards, right? EBO1 came with like 80, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a regular one usually comes with like 120, right?
No, 150.
Sorry, 150. So like it kind of just depends. If you want to try to get a complete set first, I would say EBO2, but if you're also looking to play as well, OP10, I think OP10 is going to be a little bit cheaper in the long run.
I think you should go to the card list, the official card list website. If you like Google One Piece card list, there's usually 2 options that show up. The English is the first one, and then there's also one that has Asia in the URL. That's going to be all the Japanese cards that are released. It'll have every single card, and you'll be able to look at which cards you like the most, pick which set you want based off the alt arts you want. Yeah. Because I know Charlie really wants 4 of those Yamatos.
I need 4 for Odin.
And I want
4.
I want manga law. I'm gonna be greedy to the manga gods. I know we just pulled a manga. Charlie! But it's a new year. We can pull a new manga, right?
We have a lot of cards from the first 9 sets.
Honestly, like, if I had a choice between completing previous sets and not getting new sets, or never completing old sets and getting new cards, I think I would still get new cards.
Yeah.
The completing the master sets is fun, and it's like a fun journey. The new stuff is what interests me, you know? So.
And since we play, we want the new stuff to build decks around.
Yeah.
So. That is a Brittany question. She's almost ulted out, but a lot of the ults just jumped.
Yeah, I was so hyped when I saw what was going to be printed in PRB. I was like, oh my God, literally this set is for Reiju Players. And then they stopped printing it, and now all my cards are like $80. And I'm like, this is bull.
The Janma stage has come down, but it's still 50.
I don't think they hate Reiju. I just think they hate reprinting. PRB's a reprint set.
Reprint
it. Print it to the ground. They're just jealous because she's queen. Reiju's queen.
So personally, if I look at everything we have, I would love to finish OPO3 next. Or OPO6. You know what? I take that back. OPO6, we're only missing the Manga Zoro. There's a lot of pretty cards in that set. That was one of my favorite leaders, the Yamato.
Honestly, I'd love to finish the OPO5 master set because that's like the first full set we played in.
3 mangas and the signed Luffy.
And those mangas are so cool. That Luffy is my favorite.
The Gear 5?
Yeah. It's not really my favorite card, but it's one of my favorite mangas.
But it's sick.
It is sick. I don't know. It just depends on what opportunity. We had a pact that we weren't going to buy or trade for a manga until we pulled our first one. Now that we've pulled one, we're okay trading and buying them now. I guess we'll see. It depends on what we see in the wild.
We place the alt art dons at the end of the alt art set. So like the double pack ones as well as the special don that comes in the set. We do all of the stuff, the secrets, and then boom, to the dons at the end.
And we also put a copy of the actual, because the first 3 sets came with a don at the back of every single one.
Like the first one had the Uta picture on the back.
Yeah, the first one had like the red, One Piece red on the back of it. And then
2 and 3
had the
learn
weird
to play app.
Yeah. We did put one of those.
We got an authentic don from, like I made sure it was from an OPO2 pack and an OPO3 pack because we're...
Are they going to know? No.
But we know.
We know. That's all that matters. So we did do that. And if there was a double pack, in OPO4 is when those started. We put that in there as well. So a lot of them will have like 3 alt art dons. So we put those in there too. And then for PRB, we are trying to get every single one. Is that going to happen?
We have the base don for all of them. And we have a surprising amount of the holographic don. But
we have a fair amount of the gold too, because
we have
this mofo here decided to pull 3 of them in one day when we were doing our starter deck hunt.
When we got starter decks.
This little turd.
Pulled my chase don.
He pulled his chase don, his Yamato don. He had to buy mine. My law don.
I asked this guy at one of the card shows, I was like, hey, you got any One Piece cards? And he said, not really anything, but here, look at these, but they're a little pricey. And how much for the law don?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It was a birthday present? No,
it was
Christmas present.
Yeah. That one's mean. For me,
That's tough.
I would keep... This question is so hard.
Honestly, if I had to, like, off the top of my head, I'd keep my golden Yamato Don. SP Nami that I pulled from 9, just because that was, like, was insane. Just bought 4 packs and I pulled SP Nami. And then I might honestly keep my Yamato alt leader because Brittany went through the trouble to secure me a trade for that. And that meant a lot because she knew how much I was obsessing over it.
He was insufferable. I can't answer that question. It's all or nothing for me. I think I would keep the manga.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
I'd keep the manga, my Sabo, and that card.
I am very much looking forward to the Koby leader. Probably because I'll play Garp with his support. Like I said, Garp's a lot of fun. Being able to reduce a cost every time I touch a Dawn is like super trolly. When I played him at Halloween and I would like Ice Age a 10 cost ace and then reduce, and then like KO him. And it was just like... The guy I was playing was like, dude, is that really what the leader does? And I'm like, yeah.
In theory and on paper, it's very, very good. His leader just shot up recently, though, so...
I got him around 50, and he's like, 100 now.
Yeah.
Well,
Stonks. Okay, well...
That's all we got.
Thanks so much. I gotta do some editing. We might do this again in like a couple months, but I hope you guys enjoyed our questions. Let us know in the comments. Send us a DM if you have anything else you want to ask us.
Spencer Pirate Crew out.